Hello, everybody. I'm Barbara from Power Yoga Vienna. And today I have a very special guest for you, the lovely Sita Menon from Berlin. She's a forest yoga guardian and the owner of Evolve Yoga Studios in Vienna, in Berlin, of course. And she and she will come to Vienna on 4th and 5th of May for a workshop with the beautiful name, How to Live in Balance and Walk in Beauty. Hello, Sita. Nice to have you here. How are you doing?
Hi, Barbara. I'm doing great. This is really fun to chat with you like this on Zoom. I just want to say I'm really looking forward to coming to Vienna. I've actually been to Austria, but I've never been to Vienna this far. So I'm very excited to come to Vienna, but to also get to know your community. And really excited to bring this very special work to your community.
Yeah, great. I'm already looking forward to it, and some other people are too, so
That's
far.
wonderful.
Yeah, so Sita, the workshop has this beautiful name and it's really, really beautiful. How to live in balance and walk in beauty. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, so to me, walking in balance, walking in beauty means being able to walk pain free in a way that balances the different aspects of your life, in a way that leaves you in balance with everything around you. Yeah, where your relationships are in balance with the people around you, you're in balance with how you are with the earth, with nature, and in balance with yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah, and a big part of this is also feeling out for where we are on the different levels. How are we doing at a physical level? Yeah, when we are in pain, when we are in stress, addressing that at a physical level, but also beginning to address that at an emotional level and a spiritual level.
Hmm.
And being able to address these different levels of where one holds different patterns of one how approaches life,
Hmm.
but being able to address that through different levels during and through one's practice.
Hmm.
Yeah, which eventually leads to being able to really live in ease.
Hmm.
Yeah, live in a lot of freedom in your body,
Hmm.
a lot of freedom in your emotions, a sense of equanimity, a sense of joy, a sense of spark for
Hmm.
life. Yeah,
Hmm.
it feels like biting into a very ripe mango, that kind of zest for life that one can get from living in balance, living in beauty. So
Hmm.
that's what it means to me.
Yeah, for me it sounds like living with integrity, right? Which is also,
Yes, integrity is definitely a big part of it.
yeah.
Yeah, living in strength, living in integrity, living with compassion,
Hmm.
um, living with kindness to oneself. Yeah, it has it. There's so many different um, dimensions of living in balance and beauty.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, how did you plan to integrate that in the workshop? So we have three parts of the workshop: two on Saturday and one on Sunday. So, what is your plan, and how do you want to introduce us into what you just said, this way of living?
Yeah. So the first workshop, so one way of moving into this whole feeling out for the balance, feeling out for what is happening on these different levels of ourselves is starting at the physical. Yeah.
Hmm.
So the first workshop is addressing the hips, the neck, the shoulders, the upper back, and simply starting from a place of where we are right now. Yeah, so most of us come from, dealing with different kinds of stress from everyday life. We all have our, favorite tweaky spots that have injuries or pain. So a good starting point of moving into the journey is to simply start from there. And the first workshop will address hips, neck, shoulders, upper back. And the third workshop will be addressing the lower back and the core.
Mm-hmm.
The one in between will be more of a rounded workshop that will allow you to really feel into what are your core beliefs or the deeper emotional patterns that kind of contribute to you having these tweaky spots.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe you have a tweaky neck or a tweaky upper back. And the question is, of course, there's a lot we can do physically for it using the asana practice.
Mm-hmm.
Also, learning how to breathe in a way that you're able to really expand the breath out through your existence physically. Yeah, which also begins to soothe the nervous system. It allows you to kind of delve a little bit deeper into what is actually going on in all these tweaky areas. Yeah, and then feeling in for what are the emotional patterns that we're holding in these areas, because the body does begin to speak to you at some point. And what we need to do is to prepare ourselves in a way that we are actually able to stay grounded and breathe in a way that we're able to listen to what the body has to say. And then the question is, how do we take those emotional patterns and then delve a little bit deeper into what that might mean for how we're living our lives? Yeah, like how do we bring those emotional patterns into the way we exist in life that's actually contributing more and more into making those tweaky parts get more tweaky? Yeah, where do we carry the stress? Where do we carry the pain? And what can we do to rewire these emotional patterns and how we approach these issues? So that's the overall description of how we will start. But we will start at a very physical level, and then kind of it's like taking an elevator down, right? Kind of dig a little bit deeper into what does this mean for us on the different levels. But I also want to say that some people begin to hear this thing and feel like, oh God, this is going to get like really it's going to get very heavy and it's going to get hard, and it doesn't have to be that way. There is a way of being able to actually work through these different layers and at the same time maintain a sense of perspective, a sense of humor, a sense of lightness, while we're kind of looking at these different things.
I can totally confirm that from doing that work, that sometimes it's a little bit harder, but sometimes it's not even as hard as you imagine as it would be, because when you start to look at something, sometimes it just, it only by looking at it disappears, or it opens up another door, and it's easy to walk through.
Totally.
And I feel totally touched by what you just said. So
it's totally exciting sometimes to simply be able to name what is going on. To just put your finger on it and say, this is what's going on in my upper back right now, right? And to simply have the awareness of, this is what I'm holding in my upper back, begins to shift things, because then you begin to find yourself in situations in regular life where you're living that pattern, and you start catching yourself and start shifting a pretty deeply, rooted pattern, and it begins to change things at a physical level. So it's very exciting, actually.
Totally. And I think, we all, we all as yogis have come to a point where we know that the physical work is just the beginning. You can stretch your neck, you can stretch your neck every day, and it will give you some kind of release. But if you don't work on what causes the neck to be tight, you will have to stretch it all the time, but you will never solve the actual problem that is going on underneath it. And I think we are ready now to go deeper and to see what is under the surface.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And this is the work that really excites me. It gets me very turned on, very passionate about it. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm really, really excited to bring this work to Vienna.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah.
So the workshop series will be on 4th and 5th of May, Saturday and Sunday. Registrations are already open. Let's better say spots are filling. And there's still an early bird going on. And oh, do we have an early bird? Yeah, I think we have an early bird going on. And I'm not sure right now. But you can
see that on the website.
Yeah, right. That's just what I wanted to say. It's on the website.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see each other in May. Thank you.
Super. I'm looking forward to it, Barbara. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for taking your time.
Yep. Bye, Barbara.
Bye-bye.